What's up, guys? Dwayne back with Preferred Gaming and Trade. We had Noah the Ninja set up our Modern Horizon rares for this pack. I'm going to hand it over a little bit to Jon, the Genius Velzy. He's going to talk a little bit more about the cards and the card values. I'm going to stick around. We're going to kind of go through, was this a good box? Was this a bad box? Should we have just gotten chicken pox? Here we go.
So one thing I didn't know, you guys, is that a playmat holds all the rares from a box of Modern Horizons. You learn something new every day in this business, and I'm excited to know that now. So we'll start with just the top corner. This is a card that I'm not really excited to play against in Modern at all. If you know me, you know I play a lot of removal decks and a lot of counterspell decks. This gets under counterspells and pretty much stops all removal and the whole team's removal. Grants protection just by tapping it. It's going to be hard to play around.
So what was that? That was an uncommon then, or was that a rare?
That's a rare.
It's a Giver of Ruin. Okay.
It's modeled after Mother of Runes from Urza's Legacy.
I guess the keyword is ruin, or is it rune?
Rune.
Rune. They get tricky. So, Jon, what's the most expensive card I pulled? Would it be the foil sword there?
I'm not an expert, but I'd say it's the sword. Yeah, the foil sword.
Yep. So we got a foil sword of truth and social justice. Foil mythic. Pretty sweet art. Yep.
What else did you want to know then? Can I continue down my line, or all right? This looks like a bulk rare. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. Oh, this is the Force of White. Gives a glorious anthems your team on your opponent's turn. Seems bad. Sarah. Everybody's looking for Sarah. Well, we got one now. Come down, get it.
Yep, so that's Sarah the Ben Violet. Mythic rare. Planeswalker. I think one of only 2 Planeswalkers in the set.
Yeah, that's correct. Merit Lage, people are building around that. That'll be cool. Archmage's Charm, it's a spell I haven't really tested with yet. It might be really good. I don't know what spots it would take up in the control decks, but it's worth trying, I suppose. You can counter spell. You can draw 2 cards, both really useful. Triple blue, though. And then gain control of target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. You could steal like Aether Vials with it, so like.
So is that like a mono blue only deck?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I play Cryptic Command in 3-color decks, so, which is triple blue. Force of Negation. This is a card that I've been testing with. Probably the card I'm most excited about in this set. It's like $20 to $30 now already. It's probably going to be a 4 of in most controlled decks. One of the rares that I've seen in this set. It's modeled after Force of Will, obviously. Exile a blue card instead of paying its mana cost, but only on your opponent's turn and only for non-creature spells. So it's a little tapped, but it's still good. I think it's gonna make Modern pretty interesting for a while. Mirrodin Besieged. It's pretty weak to me. Maybe I'll be wrong. Future Sight is a bulk rare that got reprinted. Dread of Winter is really cool. So all of the creatures on the battlefield that aren't snow get -X until the end of turn, where X is the number of snow permanents you control.
So we've seen that in Limited here, but do you think that's going to be played in Modern? Do you think there's going to be a snow deck in Modern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think it's like 4 or 5 colors. And you play the Quaddle, which I don't know if we got one of those. And you play all the snow-covered lands. By the way, how many of those did you get in this box?
Snow-covered lands, that'd be a whopping 36.
Okay, you didn't get shorted. That's good.
No, I don't think that we got shorted. Jon, what's the most? We're gonna pull the most expensive cards from each row and kind of set them aside to figure out our value.
Okay.
What would that be? Anything over $3? That's gonna be the Sarah, the Benevolent, the Force of Negation.
Yeah.
Probably the Rune.
This I'd have to look up.
Okay, and what about the Mirrodin Besieged? Is that something that's going to be $2 or $3?
I don't know. I'm going to look.
We're going to look at it.
When I first read that card, it was bad in my mind, and I figured there's no way that anybody would pay any money for it. But I've been wrong in my assessments before.
Right. I mean, it's no crawl harpooner, but it may have a little value. So we're gonna look that up. So I mean, I guess it doesn't right now. It doesn't look like it's seen any play. The value's right around $1, so we're not gonna pull that out. So it looks like Noah the Ninja arranged these by color. So if you guys can see our play mat, we can see that we went through the whites and we're pretty much through the blues. We're getting past Future Sight right now that John had thought was pretty bulky. So we're gonna head down. We're gonna start with the blacks, and I guess it starts with Endling.
Not good.
Not good. So we got another bulk rare. What about the Cordial Vampires? Vampire is going to be a thing in Modern. We've seen it in Standard a little bit, right?
Not likely.
Not likely.
I think it'll be a casual Vampire deck card.
I mean, there's some powerful stuff coming out in Core 2020. I think you have the reintroduction of Sorin, right? A new Sorin card.
Yeah, another Sorin.
Okay. And we had this card here. I'm going to reach over you guys. We had this card right here. That I said earlier. It reminded me of Noah, the Spiteful Sliver, but I don't know if it actually does remind me of Noah. Maybe I was in error. But slivers. So do you think we're seeing slivers in Modern?
Yeah, we already have like a tier 2 sliver deck.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool, and it can win pretty quickly and do some neat things. I think that deck obviously just gets better with more cards. I don't know if it'll be tier 1, but it'll be tier fun.
Okay. Well, we didn't see a first sliver here in this box, so it's definitely not a tier 1 sliver box, I wouldn't think. So, what about this guy, the Planebound Accomplice? I had thought this was a bulk rare. I mean, you can put a Planeswalker card from your hand out on the battlefield, and then you sack it. I'm sure there's a play out there. Thoughts on this, John?
Yeah, it's a bulk rare.
Well, that's a thought.
But it's good. I think it's a good card.
Okay.
You put your Ugin in.
You get a little Ugin going. So now we have the Aria of Flame. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent gains 10 life. This looks like a card I would like my opponent to play. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a verse counter on it and deals damage equal to the number of verse counters to target player or planeswalker. Yeah, I don't think this is going to see any play, John. What are your thoughts on the Aria of Flame?
Nope.
Yeah. I guess we're moving kind of into green. I think John's down here. I think we're off screen a little bit, but I think John's starting to pull value down here.
Oh, I'm going too fast for the camera.
No, sorry. You're all right. So we're just starting to pull value, so we can kind of start having John the Genius Velzy added up. We got the collector. Oof. We got this dude. He's got a bird cage too, right? You think this guy eats birds? There's a bird cage going on there. He's got like the remnants of a blue slushie in his left hand and a microphone. I'm looking for 2 turntables. I guess I don't see them, but the oof is getting some steam, right? I mean that's seeing some play. That's a reprint, correct?
No, it's a brand new card to this set.
It is. Okay.
It goes down in this pile here. It's really good because we have a card called Stony Silence already. It's white. It's an enchantment. It makes the activated abilities of all artifacts be unable to be activated. So this is what this guy does, except in green and with a 2/2 body. You can get it off a collected company. It fits nicely into that deck.
What's that? That's a mythic, right? In your left hand there, John?
Yeah, the Unbound Flourishing. It's worth about $8.
Let me just grab this. Okay, so we got an $8 Unbound Flourishing. This is a lot of text on this. I'm not much of a learner, so I'm probably not going to read this through with you guys, but you guys that really follow the game here know what this is. Look at these leeches. Are those leeches? There's got a little dude and then this giant just... I feel like that flourishing isn't... It's unbound, but I don't know if it's flourishing, so pretty good. We're going to put that in the value town pile.
Excuse me while I look up some of these that I don't know.
So I'm going to kind of keep it going. I'm pretty confident in my history with this game that my focus wasn't working. That the Crashing Foothills, anytime you can create... I mean, creating a couple rhinos is pretty sweet, I guess. But, John, what do you think about this? You got a suspend 4 on a card. It creates 2 4/4 rhinos. I mean, we've seen it in Limited a little bit. We've seen it work really good in our Modern Horizon drafts. I think we're going to continue to do those on Fridays. We have a Modern Horizon League on Sunday afternoons. So Limited play is really good, but probably just not powerful enough to be in Modern, right?
I don't think so. I did get demolished by it in Limited, though.
Okay, and then we got Deep Forest Dwayne. When I get older and become the Hermit. And what do you think about the Deep Forest Hermit?
Can you read it to me, please?
Nope, but I can absolutely show it to you. So it's got Vanishing of 3, which I'm not sure quite what that does, but it makes squirrels, and it's an elf. So it really feels like something I'd be when I was older.
Okay, this isn't worth a lot, but historically, like, squirrel cards are, like, pretty collectible.
Okay,
We
so it's
saw
got
it
some
after-
there's some collectability there.
Yeah, I think that'll be $3 or $4 in
Okay.
a year or two.
And so I know the next card we have in our set here is Genesis. I think Genesis is hovering right around somewhere around $1 right now.
Yeah, he's
So-
a reprint.
So he's a reprint. Probably doesn't see a lot of modern play. Would that be correct? Mike, there we go.
So I've seen a couple decks, sliding it in there, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of mana to do something.
Again, fun card, fun mechanics, fun ability. Here's the one that I still think is going to gain some steam. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not the genius that John is, but this is Aeolus Influence, triple green. You throw a land out there, you create a 2/2 green bear token. John, what are your thoughts since we're starting to see some bears toke Bears toke? We've seen some bears toke, but that's kind of the Grateful Dead. But when we see that some bears spike in price,
Yeah.
the Pale Ale Bear, the Sam Adams Bear, some of the other bears pop up. So what do you think about this? Do we think there's any value to this card?
Yeah,
Replayability.
in the last week or two, I've been asked for more bear cards than I've ever been asked for in my entire life. I think that's something to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
So these two are $277 and $350. I guess they can go.
Yeah,
in the
we'll
pile.
put them in the value pile. And again, we're just kind of recapping the sliver. This is the meanest sliver in limited right here, the Cloud Shredder sliver. You're giving all your slivers haste and flying, which means it's really just literally game over for the opponent. We're going to put them in value town pile. Then we have a mythic, and I think this is one of the probably the cheaper mythics, which is Kess, the Dissident Mage. It's 3 colors. Does some things. So we're going to put that in the value town pile, but I think it's, what do you think? It's around $3, John?
Yeah. So she's a reprint from a commander deck, but now it's in modern, so that's interesting. It's got a powerful effect.
Okay.
Hogak making a lot of stir in modern. There's been some decks built around him. People are calling for bannings because of that card out of that deck. It's about $10, and it's a strong card.
So do we think this card continues to go up? Do you think people are leery because of the impending ban?
I think it stays around 10.
Think it stays around 10?
Yeah.
But I mean, a $10 rare, guys, and a pack of Magic cards, it's not bad. So what about Collected Conjuring? I mean, I thought this was really a bulk rare. I'm going to hand it over to you, have you reread it. Give me your thoughts on it.
Exile the top 6. Oh, okay, so collected company for your sorceries and instants, or just sorceries. That's tough. You have to be playing a lot of sorceries for that to work good. And
It's probably not a thing.
I don't know why you would want to do that. I'd like to play instants.
Okay. We'll keep it moving. So, I mean, we have the lightning skelemental.
Yeah, it's kind of like Blightning and a Ball Lightning, right?
Yeah, I didn't even. It's a 6/1 trample haste, deals damage, give the opponent a haircut. At the beginning of end step, cut your own hair. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this will see any play in modern.
No, probably not. It's worth about $1.
Okay. What about the whoosh? We have the foil. This is sweet, right? I mean, how do you not like this? Shiny. It's like you got some dudes in the back gonna kill this. This guy doesn't even know.
I think that's Ren and 6, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was 6 and 4, but I have no clue. So anyway, probably a bulk rare.
This is a $6 version of this card.
Okay, well, since it's a foil, it's a
Yes.
shiny bulk rare, so $6. So a little bit of value town there, guys. What about this? This was one of those highly anticipated cards, right?
Yeah, the Allied Colored Swords.
The Allied Colored Swords. +2/+2 protection from black and red. Equip it, crush it, kill it.
$14.
$14. So there we go. That's a good mythic. What about the Altar of Dementia, John?
That goes in the Hogak deck.
Okay.
It's like a $5 card or so.
Okay.
The old, yeah.
So, does that depend on Hogak being not banned? I mean, if Hogak gets banned, does this go to the dollar bin?
I don't think so because it's still going to be good in any dredge strategy.
Okay. All right. What do you got there?
We got the $22 fetch a basic card.
Okay, so you got the faux fetch land, right? Is that what this is?
It's pretty real.
Okay, I guess it is. You're just it's no scalding tarn.
Right.
But okay, you're getting a basic. You're doing some things. You're spending $23 for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some value there. Okay. So and what do we got? I mean, as far as mythics, I guess we probably should count them, right? We probably should have separated them by rarity. Maybe we'll do that here at the end.
Yeah.
But then we got. Now we're gonna kind of move them over together. It looks like we have 3 of the. What are they called, John?
Horizon Lands.
3 of the Horizon Lands. So, and I think those are probably going to run. What do you think those are going to run on average, John?
$15 to $20.
$15 to $20. I mean, so right here, guys, you're looking at $45 to $60. Not bad. And we're kind of down to our last 3 cards. Okay.
Yep.
So we have the Fallen Shinobi, which I'm going to assume that's a bulk rare. Is that a thing, John?
Let me look. There's a couple of Ninja decks out there.
Okay. So is this a thing that's played in Modern, a tier deck?
It could be. Right now it's $1.50.
Okay, so we're going to kind of put that back. That's kind of under our threshold. And then we're talking about reaping the past. I know there's a lot of guys around here in the Wolcott area that don't want to do that. Return X cards at random from your graveyard to your hand. What do you guys think about that? Is that playable? The random part's tough, right? So probably just a bulk rare, right, John?
It is. I don't even know if I would play it if it wasn't random.
Okay. All right, you just don't think it's powerful enough in Modern?
No.
Okay, what about the Unsettled Mariner? This looks like me after I lose a fishing tournament. I would,
That's a really good card. It fits into like every tribal strategy in Modern, and it's a $4 bill.
Okay, so it's a $4 card, white, blue, which I wouldn't think is in a tribal anything, but I mean, again, I'm not that experienced. John, do you want to try to tally up and kind of set aside what we have? I'm going to kind of showcase the mythics here.
Sure.
See how many mythics we got. And give me kind of your thoughts on the value of the box and kind of where you think we kind of are here. So I'm pulling up our mythics here, guys. We got 4 mythics and a foil mythic. So again, I think that's pretty sweet. I mean, you guys tell me what you think about the odds. I mean, how do you not like that? That's like the sweetest thing in the world, right? I might put that on my office wall for wallpaper in case I want to go hide in there soon, But yeah, 5 mythics. So we're going to set those down. 5 mythics, and we got 3 of the Horizon Lands, wherever they went. They're down here. So we're going to set our three lands. We're going to recap those. Our 3 lands aside as well next to our 5 mythics. So 5 mythics, 3 lands. And I'm going to kind of organize these. We didn't really talk about the Goblin Engineer, but that's in there. I know people are starting to play Goblins. John, do you think Goblin Engineer has some value?
Yeah, there's potentially a really scary Goblins deck that happens because of this set.
Okay. And so what do you think? Do you think our two prime rares from this box are the Forced Negation and the Prismatic Vista?
Just speaking rares?
Yes, along with the 3 lands.
I would count the 3 lands as well.
Okay.
And,
that's our tier. We would call those like our tier 1 rares.
Your big playables. This too. It's only worth like $8 or so, but it's good.
Okay, so we're going to throw the Giver of Ruins. You think that's got potential to go up as well?
Yeah, I think that's going to be really stable.
Okay, so we're going to take the Giver of Ruins. Throw that in there, and then we're gonna kind of look real quick at our second tier rares, right? And then we're gonna kind of get just kind of a ballpark of the entire value of this thing. So here's kind of our not bulk, and that one is foil, so that's gonna bring that up in this category. But you got the Oof, the Hogak, the Shredded Sliver, Goblin Engineer, the Altar of Dementia, the Archmage's Charm, and the Dead of Winter. So, John, based on these, what do you think? Give me like a ballpark, roughly, on what do you think this box was worth? Was it worth buying or not?
Yeah, and you can't disregard the snow-covered full arts that are in each box, 1 in each pack. At least right now they're $1 a piece. They're probably going to go up. So you can bank on those as well.
And I don't know what the value is, but I got like 10, 12 foil tokens. So
I'm
John,
gonna say about $420.
$420 the value of the box. Guys, that's That's almost double what one of these things costs here. So, all in all, if you're saying $420, the value of the box, I mean that's great. So, guys, tune in next time. You know, if you want a $420 box of Magic cards, you can come down here and take your chances buying one. We'd be happy to have you open it on camera, get you some exposure. See you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Look for our YouTube channel coming up as well. And also, if you can see the playmats way over there in the background, all the playmats on the bottom shelf, the Legion playmats, are buy one, get one free this week. Thanks, guys.